if you have some dream inside yourself, or if your life doesn't look and feel the way you want it to, then comfort is literally the death knell of the transformation that you're looking for, of that change. It's very natural for us to resist and to pull away from friction and to not want that uncomfortable feeling. But ultimately, any change that's going to take place requires you to think in new ways, make choices greater than you have in the past, and act even though there may be uncomfortable feelings in the body. You have to be greater than your state of being. You've got to think greater than the emotion in the body if you're going to carve out a new path to what you want. That's just a fact. No one comes for us to give us our dreams. No one just appears in your living room one day to make it a reality. The secret ingredient in all creation is you. It's you. So it's a skill to become comfortable feeling uncomfortable. Okay, being okay with that friction and being okay with the discomfort, knowing that you're carving out new neurological pathways in your brain and reconditioning the body on a cellular level. You are retraining the body to get accustomed to new emotions, new heightened states of being. But without that friction, then there will be no change. So literally the comfort position it's the dream killer. It's just the dream killer. Now, if you've created everything and your life looks the way you want it to, then that's fine. Comfort can be cool at that point in your quest, in your journey through life. But there are billions of people in the world whose lives don't look anything like what they've dreamt of, not even close to their heart's desire. And I'm sharing these teachings to show you the way, the exact steps that will allow them to come to pass. Friction and unfamiliar and not knowing are your friends when you step up and say, I've got the courage and the conviction to create a better life. They're your friends. You actually want to seek out discomfort and seek out unfamiliar places, because your brain becomes highly plastic, neuroplasticity. For you to think in new ways, we need to literally reprogram the brain, because the way it currently looks in our head is a record of the past. It's based on yesterday's news, and it's created the state of being we have now. It's created the life that you are currently experiencing. So there's a pruning and sprouting process that takes place in the brain when we push ourselves into these unfamiliar places. The brain makes new connections. You feel new emotions, make new memories, and grow as a human being. But if we're always avoiding friction and we're always trying to feel comfortable, then growth will not take place. And if it does, it will be extremely slow, very, very slow, small little increments. But that's not what this channel is all about. This channel is about getting you from A to B in the shortest amount of time possible, so that you can do you, so that you can do life and become the person that you were ultimately born to be. And it's completely within you. When we're not living the life we dream of, not only do we suffer, but we place limitation on people around us. We jump on YouTube and put limiting comments up, and we say to our friends and family these limiting statements or conclusions or judgments about the way we believe they're able to do A, B, or C. But ultimately, it's just limitation. But when you're living what you dream, and you're living your love, and you're connected to that purpose, the quest, right? Then you don't pollute your environment. This limitation, negativity doesn't get vomited onto the people around us. We start to lessen the insane cycle, the karmic wheel of action, reaction. Okay, so it's not about arriving. It's not about the arrival. You're not, I'm not standing on top of Everest yet, Mount Everest. It's whatever step you're on right now. That's the most important step. If it's your first step and you're starting the first step of 70,000 steps to climb Everest, then the step you're on is the most important step. Okay, when you get to the top, it's still going to be the present moment. And as many great spiritual teachers have pointed out, garbage in, garbage out. Okay, if your state of consciousness was distorted, if your state of consciousness was denying the present moment, and this first step, 100th step, 1000th step is a burden and a drag, and to get to that point at the top of the mountain, then you've polluted your whole journey that led to the blink of an eyelid. Okay, that was the destination, that future point in time, which when you get there is just now. There is no reality outside of the now. You will never know, taste, touch, hear, sense, feel, experience any single thing outside of the present moment. So you may as well work with it. May as well work with the present moment and honor whatever step that you're on. Okay, and if you are moving in the direction of something beautiful, of some creation, of some vision, of some heart's desire that you have inside you, then the suffering goes away. It just does. But when we're not living the life that we wish we were living, as I said, we suffer. We suffer and we look for comfort constantly outside of us. But the more whole you feel, the less you would ever need anything outside of yourself. Okay, the more whole you feel, the less you need anything out there. The less whole we feel, or in this case, the more distant from our vision, from our values, our desires, our hopes, then the more we seek comfort and the more we look for fleeting experiences, the food or the addiction or whatever it may be. So that's today's video. Ultimately, wherever you're at right now, this is the most important part of your journey. And the whole way through your life, it's always going to be now. It's always going to be the present moment. Okay, so that's it. Time to ask yourself some pretty big questions and let this video sit with you, integrate into your consciousness. DamienHorton.com, find out more. One-on-one coaching with me, limited spots available, live events kicking off, so you can register your interest and be notified as soon as the dates roll out. That's DamienHorton.com/workshops, or just below you'll see a link to my new book, Limitless, Reconnecting with the Infinite Power Within, where you learn exactly what steps are required, the exact techniques and mindset that you need to turn pain into purpose, to heal the body, to change your life, to create something beautiful, regardless of where you're at or what you're going through. Okay, regardless of how much physical pain or emotional pain there is, there's a diamond in it. And I know, because I had a near-death experience and I've over 40 pieces of metal in my face. And it became the most beautiful thing that has ever happened to me in my life. Okay, so it's all about pulling the wisdom out of it and taking steps in the direction of your dreams. That's the secret. All right, peace, guys.